Hello, welcome. My name is Aoife, so welcome to your 30-minute practice. We're slowly transitioning to this online virtual style of teaching yoga, so bear with us. This is the first kind of practice and week of it, so we're just ironing out the creases of it all. But we really wanted to bring some content to you and your home. So this class we've kind of made them short so that you can allocate this time to truly drop in and say to yourself, all right, nothing else matters, only me, my breath for the next 30 minutes. So feel free to get creative in terms of props. I'm at a yoga studio, so I'm using a bolster. Instead of a bolster, certainly recommend just grabbing a pillow off your bed and rolling out your mat. Find a sacred and sweet spot in your house that feels right for you. And also, if you'd like to have a nice cup of tea, some incense, candle, with this style of yoga, so yin, it's very grounding. Stay on the mat and close to the ground for the entire practice. So anything that makes it feel like a ritual for you will certainly improve the whole experience for yourself. So we'll just get started with a seated meditation, finding your way to a comfortable seat and propping the hips up on that pillow that you may have grabbed. Also, yin is a cooling practice. So if you're feeling chilly or cold at the moment, pop on some socks, a nice maybe jumper or a blanket, anything to stay cozy. And when you've arrived in your comfortable seat, welcome the body home by closing down the eyes. You notice this immediate connection to self and connection to breath. We have just 30 minutes together, perhaps making the commitment now that you have nowhere else to be. So that the mind, the body, and the spirit have nowhere else to be. Know that you deserve this practice and this space. Draw awareness to your lower belly. Are you noticing the fall and the rise of your lower belly? You might even take the hand to the lower belly and just tune into the feedback. Noticing if the belly is soft or even holding tension. You want to make the lower belly soft so that the air can flow freely here. For when we deepen our breath, we activate our parasympathetic nervous system, known as the rest or digest, so the calming state. And you feel and believe you are breathing deep into the space. Rest the palms lightly on the thighs. Notice if there's any tension in the jaw, and if so, can you part the teeth slightly? Noticing the ears drop and the jaw release. Let's spend the next 5 minutes in our seated meditation. I will guide you out, of course, but for now, focus on the journey of your breath. Know that this is your only task in this very moment. Everything else can wait. Notice if the mind begins to wander. If it does, can you allow the sensation of your breath to be your anchor throughout practice? So it's like the breath combines the mind and the body to recenter, to draw us back to the present moment. And it's a continuous practice. If you are new to the practice of yin, we'll be holding postures for anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. So less of my voice and more of your breath. Together, let's take a big breath in as arms reach up. Empty through prayer, let it go. Full breath in, reach up. Empty breath out through prayer. One more like this, big breath in, reach up. Reach up, stretch up. Empty it out, let it go. Gently begin to soften the palms and blink open the eyes. Welcome. So we'll get started what's known as square posture. So no props needed for square. And we'll just move with ease and caution. It's a beautiful opening for the hips, but can be quite intense because there's an external rotation of the femur. So I'll give you a couple of different options and you can tune into your body and see what works best for you. So begin with the right leg. Take it into a right angle with the top of your mat. For me, it's the side. And then we'll take the left on top. So you'll notice that your legs are parallel, the shins are parallel. If this is too much for you and you have a large gap in between the knee and the foot, just simply go ahead and cross up the legs. So again, it's almost like you have this square shape. When you found your comfortable position, go ahead and go with ease, keeping the feet active. You'll fold forward. We're going to be here for 3 minutes, but you're always welcome to come out of a posture early. Close down the eyes and soften through the shoulders and the face. Notice with each and every exhale, you might be able to soften a little further. ever so slowly. Just move with ease and caution as you lift the torso up. Taking the knees, so spreading the feet wide, the soles of the feet come to touch the mat and the knees to center. And we'll just move directly over to the other side. So the full square position. I want to keep the feet active. If you have a really large gap here, again, just crossing at the shins. Keeping the feet and toes active. Gently fall forward. And in-breath is lengthening the spine and the out-breath is to fold. Staying here for 30 more seconds, but deepening your breath. In your own time, you'll gently begin to release. So again, just taking the knees into center so that the soles of the feet come to touch the mat. And let's transition into the next posture. So moving directly into what's known as sleeping swan. So I'm going to use my bolster, and I definitely recommend using a pillow for support. So grabbing a pillow off the bed if you haven't already. And you'll take the left side of the bolster or pillow towards the left corner of the mat. And you step the left leg over entirely. So when you arrive in this pigeon-like posture, spread the right leg out as far back as you can, and the big toe will be in line with the right hip. Rolling the right hip forward, you'll begin to soften and melt the heart into this posture. Here, just check if you're holding any tension in your shoulders, your jaw. Allow the breath to help you soften. Together, as we deepen the breath, we're going to press through the finger pads to lift the torso up. Gently take the left leg back to meet the right. And for a counter pose, we'll come to lay over the bolster or the pillow. So the pillow will be under the pelvis and you'll melt the heart forward. And this gives enough time for the hips to reconnect, to realign. And for the fascia and connective tissues to rebind. Together, let's take a full breath in. Cleansing breath out, let it go. Ever so gently. Begin to press up through the hands and move directly over to the right side. So right side of the pillow towards right corner of your mat, so you can step the right leg over. If you find that you're somebody that's super tight in the hips, how I like to describe it is if you're at about 65% of a stretch, that's good. You never want to go into that level of stress or tension that there's any pain in the joints. So if you're noticing any pain in the knees or the hips, this can be done lying on the back. So do go with ease and caution as we come into our passive stretching. So slowly fold forward, not guide you out. So soften through the eyes and deepen the breath here. Deepen the breath. And you begin to lift the torso up as you press through the palms. Moving with ease, moving gradient-like. And take the right leg back. As our counter pose, keeping the pillow where it is, just come to lie on the back. The pillow will support the low back, so the sacrum. Option to keep the knees bent, or even extend through the heels and the legs. When I do this, I feel a light pinching in my lower back. So certainly going to keep my knees bent here. So keeping my pelvis in neutral. You might like to cactus the arms, palms facing up. Soften down the eyes. And you notice this shift in energy, so this expansiveness through the heart space. So the heart is open and there's a fall and a rise of the belly. And the breath is deep. And I invite you to scan through the physical body. Notice any areas that you are resisting or holding tension. Perhaps it's the low back, the jaw, or even the forehead. Can you soften through these areas using the tool of your breath? Together, full breath in. Cleansing breath out, let it go. And the next in-breath, slightly blink open the eyes, drawing the knees close into the chest. Begin to lengthen the legs. So you can also do this up against a wall. It's a beautiful prop to use at home. So putting your legs up the wall allows all the blood to rush to your internal organs in your pelvis. And there's this wonderful sense of calming release in the body. Again, closing down the eyes. If you have, come over to the wall. And if your legs are suspended in the air without the use of the wall, you might find that keeping a light bend in the knees is helpful. I'm here for 2 minutes, but continue to focus on the journey of your breath. You might even place a hand on your heart and hand on your belly. Noticing this true connection to self and breath. Ever so slowly lower the knees in towards the chest. So please feel free to make your way to a comfortable Shavasana, so the final posture of rest. Thank you for spending this 30 minutes in time with me virtually. Hope you feel a little bit more grounded. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. But for now, namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.